Hello children, welcome to today's class. Children, today we are going to learn the lesson The Northern Plains. So children, already we have learnt about mountains, isn't it? We have seen how a mountain will be, how a hill will be, and what kind of a difference will be existing between a mountain and a hill. And we have also learnt in our previous lessons what is meant by a flat surface also. So in this lesson we are peculiarly going to learn about the plains and what is meant by a plain, and especially we are going to learn so many things regarding the northern plains and its tributaries. So in this part 1 we are going to learn the following contents: introduction, plains, the northern plains, formation of the northern plains, basins of the northern plains. So in this first we are going to learn what is meant by a plain and how a plain will be looking. So children, in these two pictures, in both the pictures we can see that the land area is very flat, isn't it? And that too in the second picture I have noticed the differentiation between a mountain and a flat land. The mountain seems to be a little bit elevated, and we can see a mass difference between the height for the surface and the mountain is very much highlighted, whereas the land surface is very flat, isn't it? So this kind of a flat land surface we call it as a plain. A plain is a flat sweeping landmass that generally does not change much in elevation, and plains or flat land areas. So generally the flat land areas are called as plains. Yes. And the plains are more fertile as compared to the mountains, which make agriculture easier. So we have seen that in mountain also there is a practice of doing agriculture. Yes, we have seen about that, farming, terrace farming and all. But when comparing to the agriculture method of doing in a mountain and when we are doing the agriculture in the land area makes much easier to do the agriculture occupation. So these plains are naturally, they are very fertile, and this fertility of the soil supports agriculture, and this agriculture helps to grow more crops, that too in a good quality and in a more quantity for many people. So next we are going to see about the people settlement in northern plains. So children, in this picture I have given a large agriculture area. Can you see that? Yes, many people are doing farming and many people are doing agriculture here. Yes. So we all know that agriculture is the backbone of our country, and agriculture only supports us for giving us the food, and we are getting food only because of this agriculture. So people, whenever there is an opportunity to cultivate more crops, they used to do agriculture in the particular area, and people also used to settle in the area nearby. So basically, as these plains areas are very fertile in nature, it helps agriculture to do more in amount. So what are all the crops grown here? Rice, wheat, sugarcane, millets, jute and maize are some of the crops which are grown here. And not only growing these kinds of crops, various kinds of plants and trees are also grown in the plain areas. And along with it, there are varieties of animals and plants which used to have their home in these areas. So the next we are going to learn about the northern plains. So the northern plains are an most important physical division of the India, and they are situated to the south of the Himalayas. Why in the sense? This is the extension of the northern plains. This entire brown color part that indicates the extension of the northern plains, we can see from this extent of Rajasthan, Punjab up to the tip of the Assam, it has been entirely covered by the northern plains, and multiple of states has been covered by the northern plain, isn't it? So this northern plain is seen to be the most important physical division of the India, and these northern plains are also known as the Indo-Gangetic plain. So what is the other name of northern plains? Indo-Gangetic plains. The northern plains are formed by the silt deposited by the Himalayan rivers. So already we have seen that it is nearby the Himalayas. So Himalayas is having many tributaries and rivers, and this rivers and tributaries, whenever it starts flowing from the Himalayas, it will be bringing along with them silt and many things. So these silt which has been formed together, it forms the northern plains. And the northern plains is located to the south of the northern mountains. So this is the location of the northern mountains. It is located to the south of the northern mountains. So next is, these northern plains are also called as the Great Plains or Indo-Gangetic Plain. So what are the other two names of northern plains? Great Plains or Indo-Gangetic Plain. So already we have told that northern plains has been formed by the silt deposits, isn't it? Though silt is nothing but it is a small kind of a small stones and small types of crystals which is being washed away by the water which is been coming from the tributaries and the rivers from the mountain areas. So this northern mountains has been formed by three main rivers: the Indus River, the Ganga River and the Brahmaputra River and their tributaries. So these are the three majors which forms the northern plains along with its tributaries, that is with their branches. So these rivers bring along with them minerals, rocks and silt which is being deposited in the banks and the surroundings area. So whenever the water is being flowing from the tributaries and the rivers, it will be washing along with them different kinds of minerals and different kinds of rock substances and silt which has been completely washed away, and it will be together deposited over the banks and the river banks and its surroundings. So the next we are going to see is alluvial soil. Already we have seen that the northern plain seems to be more and more fertile, and this fertility is being mainly because of a particular soil which we call it as a alluvial soil. There are many soil, different soils are there, but among them alluvial soil is the most fertile soil in the world. And this alluvial soils will be deposited by the surface water, and alluvial soil makes the northern plains extremely fertile. So we can see what is meant by an alluvial soil. This is the color of the alluvial soil, and this alluvial soil is being found in the northern plain area which we are seeing now, and the delta which is being formed in the river of the Deccan Plateau. And this soil will be basically very fertile, and these are all the crops which can be grown in the alluvial soil: groundnut, wheat, sugarcane, rice, pulses, oil seeds and jute. So these are all the different crops which can be grown very well in the alluvial soil. So now we are going to see what are all the rivers that divides the northern plains. So the Indus River, the Ganga River and the Brahmaputra River divides the northern plains into three basins. So already there are three rivers will be flowing in the northern plains, and these flowing rivers is dividing the northern plains into three basins. So what is mean by a basin? So this is the picture of the basin which I have given in the backdrop. You can see a water is being flowing through a tunnel like way, isn't it? So that is a basin. A basin is an area which is being watered by a river and its tributaries. Whenever a area is being watered by river and its tributaries, then it is called as a basin. So what are the three basins? The three basins are the Indus basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. So what are the three basins of the northern plains? The Indus basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. So we can have a short recap over it. So we have started with the meaning of the plain. A plain is a flat sweeping landmass that generally does not change much in the elevation. Plain or flattened land areas, and the plains will be more fertile than the mountains. And then we have seen about the different crops which has been cultivated in the plain area. And then we have seen about the northern plains. Northern plains is the most important physical division of India, and this northern plains is being situated in the south of the Himalayas, and these plains are also known as the Indo-Gangetic Plain. And the northern plains has been formed by the silt deposition by the Himalayan rivers and its tributaries. And we have seen the extension of northern plains, and we have seen the two different names of the northern plain. One is the Great Plain, and the other one is Indo-Gangetic Plains. And the northern plains has been formed by three main rivers, and the rivers are the Indus River, the Ganga River, and the Brahmaputra River along with its tributaries, that is its branch rivers. And this rivers brings along with them the minerals and the salt, and because of this minerals and salt only, the northern plains has been completely made up of. So next we have seen about the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil will be in brown in color like a normal soil, and alluvial soil is the most fertile soil in the world, and this soil is being deposited by the surface water, and this soil only helps the northern plain to be extremely fertile. And the river which flows in the northern plains are Indus River, Ganga River, and the Brahmaputra River, and these three rivers divides the northern plains into three basins, and the three basins are the Indus Basin, the Ganga Basin, and the Brahmaputra Basin. So children, we have seen only a few concepts. So based on this, now we will do a small activity. So your first question is, the northern plains are formed by these rivers. The northern plains are formed by these rivers. We have seen repeatedly only three rivers. You have to write these three rivers. You can note down in a notebook. Yes, the answers will be the Indus River, the Ganga River, and the Brahmaputra River. Next one is, this soil makes the northern plains fertile. So which soil makes the northern plain fertile? Yes, alluvial soil. Good. Third is, a dash is an area watered by a river and its tributaries. How an area will be called when it is watered by a river and its tributary? Yes, basin. Basin is an area watered by a river and its tributaries. Okay children, so we have seen about the starting of the northern plains and how it is being formed. We will continue the next part in the next session. Thank you children.